please welcome the author of the new unofficial biography on Camilla, Penny Junor. Hello, Penny. So, Penny, you have written several unflinching biographies over the years, and these biographies have made headlines themselves. It's thrown you into the spotlight as the writer. I mean, you've had death threats over the years in connection to some of these books and what you've written. So I have to ask you, why this? Why write a book about Camilla and enter into the royal storm again?
Well, this woman is going to be, by whatever name we call her, she's going to be our queen one day. She's going to be the senior, most senior female member of the royal family. And I think it is really important that we understand her story and how she came here, how she came to be in this position, and what she is like as a woman. Because I think we've all got this very false impression of her. You know, over the years, we think we know what went on in that marriage, and actually we don't. And I do think it's important, and I think it's important that we understand about Charles as well, because, you know, so many people believe that the man who will be our king was a horrible man who was always obsessed by this woman and who took a young, a naive, virginal bride and used her and abused her in order to produce his son and heir. But had no intention of ever honouring his marriage vows or loving her. And that is simply not the truth to make his marriage work.
Have you spoken to him about this book?
I have not spoken to either him or her for this book. I have spoken to them in the past, and I've interviewed Prince Charles in the past, when his marriage actually was in terrible trouble.
But talking about Camilla, I mean, this is a woman of my generation, and having met her, I can see all the gorgeous, bubbly side of her, but I can also see an incredibly private person. How do you think she feels about this book? Because you say in the book that she would naturally prefer to be out of the limelight, and that is very, very well documented. But you've written the book. Why have you written the book?
Well, because unhappily she is not out of the limelight. She is, as I said, she is going to be the most senior female member of the royal family.
Well, I found the book fascinating. To me, it's like a very posh version of what happens on Jeremy Kyle's show. I'm not, you know, I'm not, you know, it's like, we look at Jeremy Kyle and we go, oh, but this is happening in the aristocracy. It's like, who married who, and she went slept with him, and he went over there, and there was a threesome. It's like, blimey, it was it's amazing.
I absolutely agree with you. It is a real insight into how the upper classes work.
Like it's the same as the lower classes.
We're all the same.
Well, they're not wearing tracksuits.
No, I'm not sure.
They're just doing with a nicer accent, aren't they? Wearing nice clothes.
No, I'm not sure, because it was incredibly civilised. I mean, you know, the rest of us, I think we get quite jealous if our husband or wife goes off with someone.
But Diana seemed to be jealous.
Diana was jealous, but the rest of them weren't.
But can I just say, listening to you, you have got a very soft spot for Prince Charles. He comes out as this, you know, hero, and the women seem to be kind of like played down as, and they're manipulative, and they're, you know, on the side. Why is Prince Charles... I mean, why have you got a soft spot for Prince Charles?
I have got a soft spot for him. You're right, because I think that he is I think he's had a really difficult life. OK, he's got palaces, he's got the money, he's got the helicopters, but actually, you know,
you've allowed him some faults in this book.
Of course he's got a lot of faults. Yeah. You know, don't get me wrong, he's got a lot of faults, but he grew up in a very dysfunctional family, in a very weird family. He and his parents communicate via memo, or through their private secretaries. They don't just pick up the phone and say, "Hi, Ma, you know, can you have supper tonight?"
Forced into an arranged marriage?
No. Well, he misinterpreted the memo. He thought his father was saying marry Diana.
But how do you know he misinterpreted the memo? Because he's told you that.
No, because he told Johnson Dibbleby that.
OK, and did he have to marry a virgin?
I think he did.
And the night before his wedding,
absolutely
did he sleep with Camilla?
Absolutely
But did he
not.
have sex with Camilla the day before his wedding?
Absolutely not.
But how do you know if you didn't interview Camilla?
Because I have, as I said, I have spoken to people who
do you think she tells people, Penny?
Do you think she would tell me if I interviewed her?
No, but when you talk to her
Would you
friends,
tell me?
When you talk to her friends about how she feels,
I know
how
where
much
she
you think
was. I know she was not there. I know where Charles was the night before his
Okay.
wedding. And he was with one of the queens.
Oh,
It was not
Who
with
was
me.
the third lady?